All right, everybody, it's Randy, and I'm here for the Unidentified podcast episode number, insert number here, because I don't know which one it is.
It's a 5.
I am joined, is it 5?
I think it's 5.
I'll take your word for it. This is episode 5. We can't edit this out. That's in there permanently. I'm here with Nathan.
Hello.
That's Nathan Hughes, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, not Nathan
And
Lane.
I think Elle's here, too.
Oh, yeah, I am here, too. Hi.
That's Elle Noonan.
Yeah, it is. That's me.
Noonan, I barely known you.
Wow. That was good. I felt that one.
You get Seinfeld bass right here.
Thank
Thank you.
Alright, so I'm hosting today because Adam has unfortunately passed away.
I was about to say, Adam died.
If you could not tell by the laughter, Nathan really hated Adam. No, I'm kidding. He's not dead. He's not going to be here for the next few weeks. So we will probably cycle out unless these two are too afraid to host, and I will host every single time. We'll work it out. Doesn't matter. Nathan!
Hey.
You know what? We should start with Elle first. Elle!
Hi!
What have you been playing? What have you been up to? How's your life been going?
It's been good. Things have been nice. Oh, by the way, in case anybody is watching the project, I got an A on my project. So, yeah.
I had money down that you would get a C.
Wow.
So I just lost $20.
Looks like you lost a lot of money.
Yeah, only 20.
20 is a lot to me.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot to me too. I actually just got student loans, so it's not that much to me right now. But
oh, look at you!
I also bet the rest that Nathan would get an F on his thesis.
That's right.
Dude, don't say that.
That's mean.
That's the worst.
Randy.
Like, that's an assignment. You can repeat the assignment if you fuck up.
Well, maybe I just hate money.
Maybe I
believe in
have
you.
a crippling fear of success.
Yes. Elle.
Yes.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
But what have you been doing?
Oh, okay. So lately, this is going to be kind of controversial is the wrong word, but
I'm ready.
Ooh,
I create Trip. No, I can't name drop him. I mean, we're going to edit that part out.
Who, the giraffe?
Yeah, the giraffe. Wait, Trip's not the... Wait, was Cedric?
No, Trip is the giraffe.
Christ.
I'm just dropping the names. There's just going to be a series of censor bleeps for these past minute. Yeah, no. I'm not going to edit that out. They don't listen to this. I don't care if they do. Whatever. Controversy.
Oh, yeah. It's not really controversial. It's just, it's a game that's not really a game, but that's okay. I was thinking of the most recent thing I've been playing. Okay, so I recently...
Which is?
What? Oh, I recently went back and reread a lot of Homestuck, which I spent 2 years... I know. I spent 2 years, living in the juggalo hell that is that fandom.
So...
And there's, so many mini-games in it that are, RPG style, and I was like, oh, I'm reading it, so I might as well play these again, and I did. And I'm sad about it, but I'm also kind of happy.
What is this?
What?
What is? What did you say it was?
Is what? What is what? Oh,
it's Homestuck.
RPG style, game inserts.
Homestuck?
Wait, why did you make such a loud noise of disapproval if you didn't know what it was?
Well, because...
Is that just your knee-jerk reaction to everything?
Yeah, I mean, regardless of my knowledge of it, I always react that way.
Oh.
Something you should know about me.
Well, then why did you sound it out like you didn't know that it was called I don't understand.
It was hopefully going to be fun. No, I have no idea what it is. Oh. That's the thing. It was hopefully that thing, the part, everyone's listening right now that we have to explain the joke. But fortunately, they laughed at it already. So it's good. It's not like we explained the joke first. So, yeah, it's because you were saying that it was controversial, and that's why I was like, oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so what is this?
Oh.
After that long-winded fucking explanation.
To be fair, most people's reaction is that noise, but because they know what Homestuck is.
Okay, well, what is Homestuck?
Because most people hate it.
For everyone else that doesn't know.
I guess, how do I even describe? Okay.
Is it anime?
No, it's like...
Okay, I'm not out yet.
It's like a billion-page online comic, but not really a comic. It's like a web story experience that is super, super complicated, super, super long, and is drawn in an art style that is supposed to be reminiscent of MS Paint, which is kind of a terrible idea, but then it actually gets amazing because they have all these other, like, they have a billion trillion people that are professional artists or upcoming artists drawing the art for, like, cinematic scenes in it, and they have tons of game makers making the game segments. And tons of like professional musicians. Well, they made a game actually. They like kickstarted it like a year ago, and it got like funded within the first like 20 hours, and then funded like 1900% past what it was supposed to.
So when was this made? How old is this game?
No. It's like the comic itself is like 3 or 4 years old, I think.
All right.
But it's still constantly being updated, and like every so often they have game segments that apply to the story at the time. So
I'm
it's
looking
like
at the
reading
main
and
page
playing
right now.
and listening and watching, and then more reading and playing and listening and watching, and it like circumvents that way.
Okay.
mspaintadventures.com. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
So I'm staring at this little like flash animated kid staring around what looks like a bedroom. Under it, there's a description that says, a young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, is the young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? And that says, enter a name.
Yeah, that's it. That's
so
the
you
first
enter a
page.
name. This is live gameplay, folks. Wait, I just hit enter name, and now it says, wait, what happened? I'm dead or something?
No.
I don't get it. Zeus smell poop lord?
Oh, yeah, this is like the beginning. This is not the game part of the section yet. Like,
oh,
this is the comic
okay, so
part.
that was like next page.
Yeah, it's just narrating it like it's a game.
I get it, and then I click try again. And another game. John Egbert. All right.
Yeah, that's the character's name.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah, you'll be here for literally a year trying to read the whole thing.
Literally a year. I don't have that much space on my hard drive, so we can't do that.
Well, it doesn't save. It's just in the browser.
I was about ready. Well, no, but we're recording a podcast.
No, yeah. No, I mean, later I'll link you to, like, one of the game parts, because I doubt you're going to read all of it anyway. Like, why would you at this point? But, like, I'll eventually link you to, like, one of the more fun RPG sections of the game, which is cool.
This reminds me a little bit of a Flash game called Platform. Uh-huh. And it was like this weird little single room platformer game where you controlled two guys in like this laboratory maze of death. And it was basically just it was nicely controlled. It looked okay. But the thing about it was that every single day they added a new level to it. Uh-huh. And that was the cool part of it. Yeah. Every day they would add a new room, which was a new challenge. So you'd go back to it every day and like, oh, look, now and it actually had a little bit of a story to it. So there would be new dialogue associated with the new room, which was kind of cool. Eventually it ended, and it did have an ending. I don't remember it, but it was pretty cool. It reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's fun, especially if you like already read it, because it applies more to the story than to anything else really. So
how long is it?
How long is the comic?
Well, the comic in general. How long is it? Is there like a number out there, a statistic?
Yeah, let me find the most recent page.
This is so weird. I have never heard of this before.
Yeah, I've never heard of this either.
It sounds so like off the wall compared to...
It sounds kind of awesome.
Okay, the latest page was on... Wow. That was so long ago.
It says latest page is 10/16.
Yeah.
Yikes.
13.
This is like... Oh, God.
See, for a second there, I saw 10/16. Didn't look at the year and like, oh, that wasn't that long ago. Wait, we haven't gotten to 10/16 yet.
It's page 8,762.
Woo!
And in between there's lots of like cutscenes and music segments and gameplay segments.
But there's only like a paragraph or even less on a lot of these pages.
Yeah, but a lot of them have like the whole story of the game is, I mean, it becomes immensely complicated later, but the whole like general plot line is that like your boy John Egbert, you want to play a game with your friends online. So
that sounds all right.
Yeah, and then
I want to play a game with my friends.
Yeah, the online game is like the end of the world game, but you don't know that. And then there's a whole
spoilers.
Then there's a bunch of other kids who show up halfway through the comic who also, it's the same plot. Kid wants to play a game with his friends. You know, a lot of people get murdered, like things like that. And then it's again more kids. I want to play a game, but they're related to the other kids in some way that we don't understand. You know.
What brought this on?
But
like you wanting to do this.
Oh, you mean read this?
To go back, yes. Like, well, not even the first time, but what made you want to go back to it recently?
Okay, so I think because I was so into the fandom when I was younger, like maybe
the lore.
1 or 2. Yeah, I was like crazy into it because it was like a cult almost at the time. Like so many people that I knew that were in my like line of friends and in my kind of bubble of social network. Everybody was into this comic, and it was not a bad comic to be into because it had a lot of amazing music and the writing was actually really funny. And as dense and difficult as it was to get into, it was like very rewarding, just the experience of being in it to most of us.
So this is relatively old then. I'm sure you said that at some point.
They're working on the Kickstarter now, I think, for the game. Hopefully, it gets made, like, 'cause I gave them money and I want that game. But,
how much money did you give them? Are you comfortable sharing
that information? Yeah, I gave them, like, I think $15 or $20.
It's not enough.
What? That was, like...
They believed in you.
They gave me the best... They got funded in, like, 20 hours, and then they made, like, 7 times the money that they were hoping to
Well, then it better be made.
Yeah.
You say it, hopefully it better freaking be made if people are giving them money.
I got a poster for it and a digital copy of the game, which is not out yet. So that's cool. But
did that bird... I heard a bird.
Oh, yeah.
Did that come from my end?
I don't know.
It's not me.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
I did.
It sounded like a graveyard bird, like a raven.
Oh, then it might have been from me, right?
All right.
Oh,
okay, so
Why, are you in the graveyard?
No. What happened was yesterday, I was... okay, so I was thinking about what I should make as my Elle versus YouTube channel. Like, I wanted a better closing theme. I wanted because I went to music school, so I was like, oh, I think I should probably make my own theme song. Like it wouldn't be that difficult.
Yes.
I have lots of musical programs, so I could
the experience.
Yeah, I could bang something out with the help of a little bit of help. So
you have a decent singing voice, decent at worst, I'd say.
Decent at worst. That's nice.
I wouldn't say decent at best.
No, I know. So I was looking up inspiration because I tend to make lists of things whenever I want to make things work for myself. So I'm like, what do I want to accomplish with this? So I just made a list of all of the things that I kind of wanted to incorporate, and I really like spooky, kind of spooky stuff that is kind of obvious that it's not supposed to be scary, like spooky, scary skeletons and things like that. Or the monsters theme, which is not scary at all.
Maybe not to you.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then I suddenly started listening to the Ballad of Jack Noir, which is a Homestuck song. And I was like, oh no! I remember this song! And then I had to look up all the Homestuck songs that I used to love. And I made a whole list of them and put them all because there's so many good creepy ones and 8-bit ones and it just all sounds like video game music, but then there's some actual orchestral, compositions that are actually astoundingly good, and it's oh my god. And then I was like, oh no, I miss Gamzee. I have to go back and reread all of the parts that have him in it. So then I had to go read it again, and then I ended up reading everything, and I was just oh right, it's time for the podcast.
Yep. So, okay, did you play any actual real manly games? Real
manly games?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I do. Oh, I got Yesid to play BioShock Infinite. All
right.
Yeah.
So how does he like that? Is it okay? One thing I need to know first before you do that.
Yes.
What is he develops for Oculus Rift, so he plays something, right? He's familiar with video games.
Yeah.
Is he a big game guy or?
Casually, I think he doesn't have any systems, so he doesn't get the opportunity to play that often. So I was not expecting him to be that good. He's so good. I was so upset. I was like, this is not fair.
So he was playing and you were...
I was helping him because if he got lost, I'd be I know where
passenger seat.
I mean, I played a little bit too because I'd be I can't handle it. I need to play. And he'd be that's fine. But for the most part, I just let him do it because with BioShock Infinite, it's so much about not just playing but also experience. You only really get the same experience when you play it. If you're looking at stuff,
But why do you want the same experience?
No, I mean, you have to make your own experience out of it. Like, if I'm playing and he's like, oh, wait, I wanted to look at that thing to get a certain feeling about it, then it's like, well, you can't, because I already walked by it.
Well, yeah, but that's why he's playing, because you've already played it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, there are a few sections where he's like, oh, I have to check my email or something, and I'll be like, it's okay, I'll shoot them. You know, that kind of thing.
I remember the first podcast I had with you, you were in the midst of playing BioShock Infinite, hadn't finished it yet.
Yes.
That was seemingly an eternity ago at this point.
Yeah, I barely remember.
So, without saying much about it, I don't remember your opinion on it. What did you think of the ending?
Of the ending?
Yes. Without spoiling what it is, but what did you think? Does it hurt? Does it hurt you?
It does hurt me.
It sounds painful.
But
in a good way or a bad way?
I was ready to accept it, you know.
Did you see it coming?
Like the specifics of the ending?
This twist revolving.
Well, maybe like half
your main character
was kind of like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if, you know, because I think a few people probably had that idea. Just
actually,
because...
I'm going to give anyone who does not want to hear spoilers for BioShock Infinite's ending about 10 seconds to pause and navigate. Not 10 seconds, that's a long time.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
5, 4, 3.
That's long enough.
2.
The thing about the ending that sucks to me is that Troy Baker is the main character. Comstock is not voiced by Troy Baker, and yet they are the same man.
Yeah, that's kind of a...
That is the ultimate freaking thing. Or it's just like, we can't let people figure this out. Well, so we have to get a different actor. The thing is, though, I feel like, and Nathan, I'm pretty sure you said this, Troy Baker has the range to pull off another voice.
Yeah, it's not like he couldn't do it. It was a weird decision, I think, to make it a different character. Or a different person's voice. Troy Baker has
been in, like, everything. He could do any voice.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, though, is that is maybe why they did that, is because, like, okay, Troy Baker has a lot of voices, yes, but he's used all of them. Someone is going to hear this voice and recognize it.
You know, I think it was even more shallow than that. I fucking love Irrational, but I'm pretty sure the way they said it was, I don't care what the clues are. They just can't find out because it'll be more shocking if they have no idea. Like, it probably had nothing to do with Troy Baker. It was just like, well, you know, we could leave some hints, but nah, fuck it. If they think it's like it'll be even more shocking and it'll be even more amazing. That sucks
to me. I hate twists that are impossible to figure out. I need, you know, I like it when a movie shows a twist and then goes back and like, here are all the clues that you idiots missed and you still didn't figure it out because it's such a good twist. I like that.
Yeah, you're
you
like,
know?
What? Oh,
I was like, holy crap, it was there the whole time. Why didn't I see it? But there was a... What was that?
I said, Fight Club.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Paul did it right.
Yeah. That's the perfect film for that kind of...
I think
it's
Saw.
there all along.
Saw was another one.
Yeah, that's true.
Sixth Sense, obviously, is... Mm-hmm. There's one bad example of that I'm thinking of. Have you guys ever heard of or seen the movie The Orphanage?
No.
It's like a Spanish language. I'm not sure if it's Mexican or Spanish.
It is, I don't know, actually.
I don't recall.
Yeah. It's the guy who did Pan's Labyrinth, right?
No.
Really?
Maybe.
I thought it was.
No.
Quick Google.
No, I don't think so.
Fam.
He might have been involved, but I don't think he directed it.
Oh.
And you're thinking of Guillermo del Toro.
Oh,
no, I don't
he's
think
executive
Guillermo del Toro
producer.
Did,
executive producer. There you go.
Guillermo del Toro did Pan's Labyrinth.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So how excited are you for PT? We're not getting in that train. Anyway, there's a twist at the end that when they reveal it, not only... It's just... Right up to the very end. So the twist is that the movie's about this lady trying to find her adopted son.
Oh, spoilers, by the way.
Spoilers for The Orphanage.
Yes, this has to be said.
Good Lord.
Go ahead.
You're right, it does have to be said. You're right. And it's... At the end, she finds out that the son was locked away in the house the whole time behind the secret compartment that they never knew about. The problem is that was the twist, and the thing was that she knocked a broom over that lodged the door closed to keep the child locked in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
she just forgot
but the
about
thing
it.
is, though, is that the compartment. First of all, you didn't see the broom get knocked over until the twist recap. They didn't show it until it was like, oh, well, this happened. You didn't see it, but trust me, it happened. Second, in order to get into that compartment, she ripped wallpaper off the thing. So, like, unless they showed... They didn't. But unless they had the lady put up, or anyone really put up wallpaper over that part, then there's no reason that should have been wallpapered off, right? Because they didn't show it in the movie, because I guess I haven't seen it in a while, but I guess it's been a long time, so they could have, but they didn't show it. If they showed it, then maybe I'd be like, oh, okay, so there's like a compartment back there and they're putting wallpaper over it or whatever. Just freaking, there's no possible way anyone could have figured that out.
Yeah. So it's like, surprise!
It drove me nuts.
This reminds me of, I hate to say it, but like, that Simpsons episode with Xena in it.
Why do you hate to say it?
Because I don't want to be this Simpsons guy.
Your Twitter is nothing but...
You are the Simpsons guy.
I know, and I hate saying it, but anyways.
The Simpsons is really good.
It's a good thing to be a guy about, you know?
Yeah. It's true. It's a fun show. Anyways, the thing is, like, so it was the Treehouse of Horror episode. Bart and Lisa get powers, and they have to rescue Lucy Lawless. But the whole thing is like, it's like, oh, I'm not Xena, I'm Lucy Lawless, you know, because people are like, oh, just break out and save yourself. And it's like, no, I can't do that. I'm Lucy Lawless, I'm not Xena. And then at the end, she just picks up Bart and Lisa and just flies into the sky. And you're like, wait a minute, Xena couldn't fly. It's like, I told you, I'm Lucy Lawless. It's exactly reminding me of that. It's like, you don't know until the very last second, and there's no indication. Like, wait, you kept that in secret. So, yeah.
I did a crappy job explaining it. Unless you see the orphanage, it's hard to understand. But
they added afterwards,
Yeah, it really bothers me.
Yeah.
And I can't think of other examples that do it poorly, but that one I remember specifically being real crazy about. So I hate being duped. If I feel like I'm legitimately duped, then I'm like, all right, more power to you. But when you're like... So another good example is in Metal Gear Solid 2... When they showed all this stuff for that game leading up to its release, they showed Snake playing. You play a Snake. They actually digitally imposed Snake in the parts where Snake is not. So they misled everyone. Like you couldn't. Well, not that anyone would want to figure out that twist because people wanted to play a Snake because riding sucks. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it makes me feel stupid, even though I know I'm not stupid.
I don't
like feeling stupid.
Game, film, or whatever, book even. That has a good twist, and then if you read it back, you go, oh, now I see, and there's little clues that you don't pick up on, and it's just this kind of thing. Like, what was another one? What was a big one? Usual Suspects. There's another one. That's, you know...
Which I still haven't seen, but I know the twist.
We know the twist, but yeah, apparently there's like loads of little hints in it, and you don't see it until the end, and when you watch it again, then you pick up on the hints. And
so it may have been long enough to where I don't remember the specifics about the twist, so maybe I should just... I should just watch the movie.
What was I watching recently? I was watching American Dad, and they spoiled it for me again. Like, they said exactly what the twist was, and they said the points where you can see what the little hints are. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I know this film is very, very old, and I'm sure everyone has seen it.
It's not that old.
It's pretty old. It's past spoilers territory, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
And I haven't seen the film before, and I know, shame on me, but...
It's like saying Empire Strikes Back, guess what? Luke Skywalker? It's Darth Vader's son.
No!
Can't be!
I remember reading somewhere, I think, like, Darth Vader. I think Vader means father in Dutch.
What about the wrestler named Vader? Big Van Vader was his name.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, yeah, saying that, it's like, people were like, oh, I don't think the Dutch were too surprised when they went to see Empire Strikes Back. Like, Darth Vader, I am your father.
There was an article that I saw that was unbelievable. That's like, here are 10 movies that spoil the plot right up front in a foreign language.
Yeah.
It was a great article. There's, a movie called The Ruins was in there. Have you guys seen The Ruins?
No. I thought you said The Room, and I was like, oh, boy.
The Room. Yeah, The Room was Tommy was so there. I'm like,
You're
hi, Mark. Here's the plot.
You're tearing
Here's the plot for you.
Apart, Lisa.
Oh, Tommy was appreciation hour, guys. Let's go.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
That guy.
I can't do.
So how's your sex life?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, how's your sex life?
Yeah. I love that movie so much because it's such an egotistical piece of, like, it's not even bad, it's just, that film cannot be made now because...
No, it is bad, but it's the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bad.
Like,
you can't top it.
Yeah, you can't compare that to, what's a bad movie? Sharknado. Like, that's like proper engineered
But that's also
bad.
intentionally bad.
Yeah, but this...
The stars aligned for The Room. You can't repeat that. Like, lightning cannot strike twice.
Lightning in a bottle, and you just, you can't get it again. But
it was so perfect.
Yeah, the whole film is just everyone just like, oh, Tommy is so great. We all love Tommy. And then it's just like, what was it? I remember hearing it somewhere. I think I was reading it. It was something like, what was it? So his girlfriend, Lisa, like, instead of just breaking up with him and leaving him alone, she's like, no, I'm gonna lie to him and not let him know. And she just keeps stringing him along because like, he's too good to break up with.
Yeah.
and then at the end, everyone's like, oh no, what have we done? We missed Johnny. Ugh. By the way, if you haven't seen The Room, just,
spoilers for The Room, but...
It's great.
I'm kidding. Spoilers for The Room. You should watch The Room. And then play Silent Hill 4 The Room.
Oh, God.
Now I want a crossover. That's exactly what I was thinking. What if he was the main character?
Oh,
hi, creepy guy standing on the other side of the peephole.
Hi, Walter.
I sound German. Now.
Yeah.
Where is he? He's French, right?
Whoopsies. Yeah, I don't know where he's from. He probably made up the country.
You are tearing me apart, Irene.
The part in the flower shop is the grit. It's not humanly possible
hi, doggy.
to have a conversation with a human being like that.
Oh, hi, Johnny. You're my favorite customer. Here you go.
It's so fast. It's not possible.
Fuck. So good.
I can't even process the words that fast.
Yeah.
I like how she's like, I didn't know it was you, Johnny.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you.
Be?
Oh,
just
man.
look at him.
Oh, hi, Johnny.
Anyway, so twists are hard to pull off.
Yeah. The Room does it phenomenally, though.
The twist has the... Yes.
I'm just frustrated. Okay, so back on the old subject. It's just like, I remember being like, telling Yessie, like, oh, you can, play it on easy if you want, because I know you don't play games very often. He's like, nah, it's okay. And he played it on, like, normal, and I was like, okay.
Questioning his manhood, fine. Are you? Like, he probably took that as a challenge, like, oh, I'll show her. And
then I was like, don't worry if you don't want to, like, and he's like, no, it's okay. And he's, like, so good. He's died, like, one time, maybe. And I'm like, this isn't fair. And he's like, oh,
he didn't even die, because you can't die in BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, exactly. He keeps forgetting that he can use vigors, and it's just like, oh, it's fine. And, like, headshotting people from, like, far away with a shotgun. And I'm like, that's not how it works. You can't shotgun kill people from, like, more than, like, 10 feet. And he's like, oh, it's my favorite gun. And I'm like, stop.
It's my favorite gun, too. I'm with him.
But he keeps making, like, he's really, really good at the game. I don't know why. It's, like, I don't know. I think some people just have it's just, like, some people just have really good, like, hand-eye coordination, Like, even if you had never played it before, you just instantly get into it and, like, headshot without aiming down the sights, and I'm like, oh, come on. Like,
I miss the days where you didn't have the aim down the sight thing.
Yeah, because that's just, like, click to kill someone immediately.
Well, now it's always, you're not even going to shoot why would you ever fire from the hip? You barely ever do it anymore. Yeah. It's always, well, hold this button down and then shoot. It's never just quick, like, oh, I gotta look at shoot. It's all by necessity. With that mechanic, you have to make the game slower.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. Yes, it also was in the army as a sniper, so I'm like, maybe that is helpful.
Good Lord.
Means you already have good hand-eye coordination, but like,
I learned something new about Yessie every freaking day.
Oh well, yeah, it's mandatory to be in the army in Finland. You can't not. It's not like you enlist; you have to go.
This might be going a little too far, but has he killed a man?
I don't know. I did not
killed
ask.
A man?
But I also wonder, actually.
Your homework.
I also wonder.
Your homework is to find out if he has killed a man.
He apparently is a very good shot, though, according to his.
He's
friends.
killed a man. Yes. His name is Yessie.
What?
He had to kill a man.
At least one, and a woman, and a child. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. So the only thing that's like funny is that, like, I don't know. He's very like. Sometimes he'll, like, you know how you can, like, make the, like, multiple choice decisions, and I'll be like, why did you do that? Like, why did you pick that one? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, why would you? Come on,
in BioShock?
Man. Like, when you go...
Coin flip?
No, he picked the same one as me. But, like, when you go... and to me, it doesn't matter. It's just sometimes when it's, like, like, you know what I mean? Like multiple choice, or, oh, I'm blanking. Like, choices from things you decide, morality, whatever. Those I don't care about because that's like anybody could pick anything, you know, the bird or the cage, whatever you want. But, like, when you go into the train station and that guy is like leaning with his back to you and he's like, oh, I'll take care of the situation. Give me 1 second. And you're like, I don't like this. And you can like kill him or just like wait. I was like, why would you wait? He's obviously, come on. Like, what were you expecting? He's like, I thought he was going to help me. And I was like, damn it. No, nobody wants to help you. Nobody. So I didn't know that you get stabbed in the hand if you didn't do that. So I was like, whoa, what? Although he is much better at the game than I am, so I can't really complain. I'm like,
don't sell yourself short.
I was good at it too, but you know, I used a lot more vigors. I used Murder of Crows like all the time.
I played that game on hard and didn't think it was that hard until the freaking Lady Comstock fight.
Oh, that is the worst fight in the whole game. Like,
it's the worst fight in many games. Like, it outranks a lot of really bad fights. It's so bad.
I was like,
I don't know. Out of all the people that tested that, how did not one person just go like, hey, well, I'm sure a bunch of people did, but how did not a higher ranking person say like, hey, this sucks? Because I'm pretty sure unanimously everyone hates that fight. I don't think I've ever heard anyone defend it.
It could have been a really last minute decision. Like, hey, we need a boss fight. We haven't had one. I'm like, oh, okay.
What? Or we could just not have a boss fight.
Even the significance, I was kind of like, well, I don't care. Like, can we just kill her and leave? Like, it wasn't like I was really that emotionally.
I mean, you could have done that. Like, it's not like Lady Comstock was this emotional character. You had no attachment to her at the time. Like, who cares?
Yeah, and even after you find out the ending, like, I still didn't really care. I was like, whatever. Like,
yeah.
So what? We'll get over it.
You been playing anything else?
Oh yeah, I played Katamari Damacy the other day, and I got really excited. Even though I am terrible at that game.
That game might be a little too Japanese for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's got niche appeal. Like, I played it in a tag team of like 3 or 4 games that I always played as a kid. It was like a nostalgia night kind of thing. Like, we played that, and we played Parappa the Rapper 2. And like that, you know, it's just like, oh, I remember that. But you know, you don't sit around going like, wow, we should
Parappa
do this.
You mean Jammer Lammy?
No, there's Parappa the Rapper, and then there's the second one, and then
there is a second Parappa?
Yeah, it's the one with
Why didn't I know this?
The Jewish noodle guy who runs the burger stand.
No kidding. Not that I care. I wasn't that big of a Parappa guy anyway. But I remember I played the demo of Parappa like 100,000 times because back when I was a young stupid kid with no money, I had to play what I was given.
Yeah.
And guess what? Demos are free.
Yeah.
So I played that, and that stupid karate spoon man.
Oh, the onion?
Was the
onion guy.
Sensei?
Oh, was he an onion? I thought he was a spoon.
Nice,
Negi Sensei.
All right, yeah, he was.
Karate.
That was the.
Okay.
Yes, that is yes.
In Parappa the Rapper 2, he teaches you how to get romantic.
Oh, cool.
Oh man,
get romantic. But you're like dancing with your best friend and like making out, and you're like, why are they doing this?
I remember playing Parappa and just getting constantly annoyed that, like, right, so the onion guy, I can't remember his name. What was his name?
Tamanegi Sensei.
Yeah, that. I would not remember that. I already forget it. Anyways, what was it? So he'd say like, oh, kick, punch, chop! And then it's your turn, but you'd always press it really, like, you could never get it in sync. You could always like, kick, punch, chop! Like, it would never be the exact same beat. It would always be slightly off.
But since it's PS2, it always was off no matter what. Anyway, even if you did get it right, it would be like, think about chop, kick, chop, chop. You're like, no, I didn't press that.
Kick, punch, chop.
Why would that happen?
Kick, punch, chop. It's just
because the game does not register your moves as easily. Like, okay, so my friend and I played the whole game, and we were like really good at the game. I mean, I don't know. She is, you know, it's not a difficult game anyway. But I mean, I hate to be that person, but like, as a music student at, a music college, my rhythm is fairly good, so.
You have rhythm. Some people don't.
Yeah, I mean, like, my rhythm is fairly good, so rhythm games for me are very easy. Like, Taiko Drum Master, I'm better than normal people, I guess. Like, it's not that difficult. But, you know, if you're a musician, you generally have better rhythm, or a dancer. It's very easy to play those games. But, so we're playing Parappa on, like, the final level, the boss level or whatever. And we're both losing over and over and over because of the controls. And we're like, how the fuck are we supposed to do this? And then our friend Dylan was over, who does not really play games at all. Like, and she had never played the game before, and she's like, what are you doing? And we're eating Taco Bell, and we're like, oh,
this is my girlfriend, right?
What? No, this is my friend Dylan.
No,
my
your
friend. She's your wife in Tomodachi Life.
What? We got married.
I think you did.
Why wasn't I informed?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not invite you to your own wedding? You were there. I don't know if you remember, but you were there.
Was I drugged?
No, you were in a suit. You were smiling a lot. Maybe you were drugged.
Oh, maybe I was drugged then.
But she's sitting there, and she's like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, I can't beat this level. And we get her. She plays it, and she beats it in the first, like, thing. Because she's just pressing buttons. She's, like, they'll be like, you know, what's my name? What's my name, son? She's, what's it? Punch, kick, punch, kick. And she's like, they're like, good, you know? And you're like, what?
That's like being really good at a fighting game, and then fighting someone that has never played it before, and their technique is so freaking wild and crazy you don't know how to defend against it.
Yeah, because
so they always win. They're just smashing on buttons. I'm like, what? I don't even know. You're nuts. I can't do this, and I'm better than you. I've been playing this for years. You've never played this before. I've lost. What's happening?
It's like in The Office, you play for the first time. Look, I won all the clovers. Do you want to play again? That was fun. Like, damn it.
I need this.
Yeah.
This is my life.
That was like if you ever played Street Fighter 4, and I always tell people like that are new, just go, oh, pick Zangief, you know, that's the easy one. Jesus Christ, they just spam that one move he has where he just spins around in circles.
Zangief's not the easy one.
No, he is, yeah. Like, he has that one move that you can just kind of spam, and then like...
But he's super slow, and he's got he's like the only character with a half circle instead of a quarter circle.
I guess. But
he's getting way more detailed than it needs to, but yeah, whatever.
Anyways, yeah.
Elle?
Yes.
Is there anything else?
No, but I'm curious, have any of you guys played Skullgirls? Because
I played it at PAX.
Was it fun?
I'm not into those kinds of fighting games.
Oh. Wait, what do you mean those kinds? I don't really play fighting games that often, so
the games like Ultimate, or not Ultimate, well, I guess Ultimate too, but Marvel vs. Capcom, like the super fast, combo heavy, fly up into the air, and there's an arrow on screen showing where you're flying up to, and the screen like zooms up, and it's like super crazy.
Yeah.
It's too much for me.
No, I haven't played it either. Interesting tidbit though. I bought Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I played it for about 2 hours before I said, okay, I'm bringing this back to the store.
Yep.
I'm not joking you. Yeah, I brought it back. It was too crazy.
It's too crazy.
And don't forget, I'm playing this on a PS3 controller, so I'm like at a disadvantage. I played it
with a fight stick because I had one and I still didn't like it.
Yeah, but it's so crazy. Like there's no, I'm sure people are just going to crucify me for saying this, but like...
whatever, who cares?
Well, who cares, whatever. That's my opinion. Go fuck yourself. Anyways,
Even if it's wrong.
I didn't like it. I prefer Mortal Kombat to some degree, because it's kind of grounded, it's kind of chunky or something like that, but...
Mortal Kombat's tight, I would say. That's how I would describe it.
That was the word I was looking for. It's like you can feel... You hit
like
someone.
The hits are tough, like they're hard. You hit someone, it goes like ooh, and they go and they react and they go flying. In Marvel vs. Capcom, they just kind of brush it off, and
you're fucking Iron Man shooting like a cannon at someone, and then you think that that would mean they'd like fly off the screen and die. It's like no, they kind of spin over.
They're still standing there.
Jesus Christ!
In fact, they blocked it. They didn't take any damage at all.
Like I love the visual style. It's amazing, I think, but it's just too crazy for me to play. You know?
Yeah, I prefer the more technical, precise fighting games over the crazy speed ones.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
Which is what Skullgirls is. Which
it
is
always
why I don't
astounds
like
me when there's like a character that gets stabbed through the heart, or like in Soul Calibur or something. Like they literally get impaled, and then they just kind of stand up, like, oh, and you're like, Jesus.
Mortal Kombat's the most recent one, especially, is brutal with that. Like you stab people, you can see the X-ray thing where it zooms in and they shows their skeleton and their muscle structure and shows how it's being destroyed and stuff.
So but do they fight?
Yeah, it is really good.
Like they were.
Yeah, he gets up.
Yeah.
That's not the fatality. He gets up and you keep fighting.
But I mean, like, do you like limp at all, or is it just like whatever?
No. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat, so they don't give a crap. They're just like, this game's crazy and stupid. We're just having fun. They don't pretend like it's realistic at all.
I just was wondering. Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can stab people through the eye, and it shows the eye, the blade going in through the eye and going through the brain and stuff, and
ouch.
The bones are shattering in the skull, and it's brutal. And then it zooms back out, and then he stands back up, and then they start fighting.
He's like, ouch. That hurt.
I mean, it does a ton of damage, but it doesn't kill them. The fatalities kill them.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I never played fighting games. I think I played Guilty Gear because my friend had it, and Bloody Roar because same. And then we played Naruto Gekito Ninja Taisen 4 because somebody had it.
Oh, Naruto.
Yeah, that was a good game actually. But it was
Which
in Japanese,
one was that?
so we had no idea what anything was. What
was that on?
Huh?
What was that on?
It was a GameCube game.
Okay, so it is the game that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it was so good actually. I was actually quite good at it. I was surprised because I don't.
My friend
play fighting games.
Bought a GameCube for that game.
It's a good game.
And it blew my mind. I'm like, what are you doing?
And you have to get that little disc to make Japanese games work.
Well, keep in mind, this is like right around the time the 360 was coming out and all that stuff, and he wasted his money on a GameCube to play a game that only he would like. No one else wanted to play that game.
Well, we wanted to play it. But yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like, really, dude?
It's just a weird choice. Oh, whatever, if he had a good time with it. But and
Yeah.
GameCubes were like $5 by then. So.
But I didn't play Naruto. I didn't watch Naruto, so there would be a new character, and I'd be like, who the hell is that? Like,
You didn't watch Naruto?
why is he using his spine as a weapon? That's not... Who is this? Like...
I don't know why, but that surprises me that you didn't watch Naruto.
I didn't like it. I watched like a little bit of it, and I was like,
Every anime fan I've ever known is in love with that show.
I mean,
Just about.
No, I don't think so. I think
I said
the
I've ever
animation
known.
was too bad. Like it went in between being really good and really bad, and there was like no middle ground to it that I thought, and I just didn't really care about ninjas, and there were no characters. I was like, oh, I hope they're okay, so I just didn't watch it.
Really good and really bad reminds me of Alien Isolation. I've never played it, but that's what it seems like to me.
Reminds me of Alien.
What I need to play Alien Isolation because I really want to talk about it, but I
Yeah.
also don't necessarily want to play it, so I don't know how this is going to work.
It's like a very difficult relationship here.
Yeah, I want to talk about it even though I haven't played it.
Wow.
Nathan
got
wants
it
to talk
bad,
about it
though.
even though he hasn't played it.
You should Redbox it. I should Extravision it.
Nathan, what
Oh,
about
but if
you?
But then it'd be the crappy PS3 version.
Yeah, well, I have to do it, so we can suffer through this together, okay?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Nathan.
Hey.
I'll let you talk now because I've been talking.
All right, have you played anything else though? Or are you done?
Oh yeah, for the most part. I mean, I've been talking for a while, and that's about as much as I can think of for this week.
All right, Nathan, what's been going on with you?
Hey, I've been tired past week.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a little tired myself.
Yeah.
we're all
Busy
kind of tired today, huh?
Ye old college, takes it out of you, man. We're not the peppy youngsters we used to be about, three episodes ago.
Yeah.
Now we're just...
I mean, no, I was
grumpy.
in college 3 episodes ago.
Oh, but, you're not as peppy anymore, I guess.
No,
you
no,
are.
like,
You're,
I'm getting less and
20.
less pep.
Yeah, I'm 20, yeah. So it doesn't mean I can't
You
be
say
old
that
and
like you're
grumpy.
like, oh yeah, we're all getting old. I'm like, you're like 20 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like the age of both of you combined.
That is not true.
No, it's not. Moving on.
That's not even close to true.
No, it's not.
It's not even like you're 32 and it's like, the sentiment. It's like,
It's like, you can kind of like, yo, you're half my age. People
years
say that
older
when they
than
don't
Nate
mean it, but
and like 3 than me. That's like nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's just been, chilling out. I bought a new game, but when I mean a new game to me.
Okay, so it's new to you,
It's new to me. It's very old.
but it's
game,
not new
but
to the
not old.
world.
It's like,
What's the game?
the game is Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, you've done it now.
No way.
Oh my god.
You've opened the box.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah,
I
the
won't
box
call
is
it Pandora's
open.
box.
Clink. And
No,
then
it's the
Dragon
box
just
with like
floats
the
out.
stripper in it. When she jumps out of the cake, that's like the box you just opened.
So there's the
nice.
there's the box inside the cake that the stripper is in.
Or the
Because
cake
strippers
is in
just
the
aren't-
box.
Wait. So
You know those
there's
boxes that actually don't like close? They're just are cut so that when they open, they just fall completely open.
yes, but
It's one of those with a cake, and inside the cake is a stripper.
but in order for the stripper to be in there has to be a box.
What?
You can't just
She could be covered in
bake a
cake.
cake around a stripper
So Dragon Age Origins is a role-playing game, okay?
because you put there has to be some space in there for the stripper to go,
Jesus Christ.
and in order for that, like you need to bake
Morrigan,
the
she
cake
can
around the
magic
box.
herself into the cake, or she climbed into it as a spider, and then climbed out of it as.
I mean,
a
you
witch.
still have the spider is still the physical manifestation of a spider. Like you couldn't just crawl through a cake without destroying the cake.
Okay, well, she destroyed the cake then.
I mean, you could open up the cake.
Oh my god!
If it's got like
Randy,
a little,
you give me
little
like heart
hinge on it.
palpitations. I am just listening to this.
It's got a hinge on it. You lift off the door or whatever, and then there's the box that holds the strip.
Okay, so she's in the box.
So there's a box
in the cake in a box.
There's
in
a box inside a cake inside a box.
In a box.
I don't know why she swallowed a fly.
Oh me!
I guess she'll die.
Anyway,
oh, you done? Sorry. Are you guys
Dragon
done?
Age Origins.
Okay. Anyways,
It's a heck of a game.
Okay. So, yeah, checked out, Dragon Age Origins. I played it, like, last week, I think this day last week.
Elle almost got you to say this before the podcast started, but how far have you gotten?
Okay, Jesus, I can't remember the town exactly. I know
What's happening in the town?
Okay, it's the town with the canary guy.
Well,
I can't remember his name.
That's Lothering. His name
no,
is
what's the
Sven.
guy? Yeah, Stan, thank you.
Yeah, that's Lothering.
So I'm just leaving there, and then I paused the game, and then I'm at a camp, and then I said, alright, I'm gonna pause the game and save it, because I'm really tired.
So there's that
camp.
There's that stabby lady in that camp, right? Or the archer lady?
Wait, don't tell him. Who did you get in your party?
Okay, so I have the girl from the chantry, the prayer lady.
Yeah,
I kept saying no to her. I was like, no, you're not coming on the party.
Was she older? She was older, right?
I don't know. She's like a rogue.
She have like white hair?
No, she's that's Wynn. He's talking about.
Oh, right, okay. Right. Oh, yeah, okay. So, fun fact, I didn't get Liliana when I played through the game.
Either. My first playthrough,
I skipped her entirely.
I didn't even know she was there.
Oh, I didn't either.
Weird.
Yeah, that's why I was like, don't say anything, I want to know if you
she shows up in Dragon Age 2, and I'm like, who's this? It's supposed to be this big deal, like, this character returning. I had no idea who that was.
Okay, like, I walked into the tavern or whatever.
It's just really easy than this, yeah.
That place. And because I was just waltzing in, because someone was like, oh, fucking guys are pissing me off or whatever. They're annoying every refugee.
It's just like you to waltz into places you don't belong.
Yeah, and I just charge in, me and my scrappy crew. And
people practicing religion in here. What are you doing?
And yeah, she just ran into me and was like, "Oh, hey," because I think the Grey Wardens are like under warrant, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to collect your bounty now," and then they're like, "Whoa, no, you're not," and then she's like, "Oh, just go, leave us alone, all this crap," and I was like, right, so my crew is basically Alistair, Morgan. What's the guy's, the Canary's name? What's his name?
Sten,
thank you. I keep forgetting.
The Canary is the most boring character in that game.
Wait.
I love the Canary. Holy shit. I think he's really, like, interesting, because he's just so fucking stoic, and he's just like, he's like, I don't know, it's kind of funny, because, like, when you think it's an RPG game, you're gonna, like, come up with these really lengthy, text, dialogue, whatever. And then you're just like, it's like, hey, can I ask you a question? And he's just like, if you must. He's like, what are you like, what are you looking at? What are you doing in this land? And he's like, I'm investigating. What are you investigating? Something. Okay. Will you tell me? No. And then that's
Why do you keep asking me such inane questions? Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm sorry.
But it doesn't, I don't know. For me, it didn't pay off. Like, his stoicism didn't pay off to anything. Maybe if I investigated his character further, it could have.
You didn't do his character quest?
I don't know. It's been a while. Like, that game's not fresh.
Oh, his character quest is great.
I don't remember. I'm sure I did.
He became my best buddy.
I did just about everything you could do in that game, so I probably did. I just don't remember.
No. What class are you, Nathan?
Oh, I'm a rogue person, which I actually kind of hate.
Wait, what race are you? A human or a rogue?
No,
or
elf dude.
Oh, do you have the dog?
Yes.
Yes! Okay, good. The dog is the best.
Don't you have to get the dog?
No, you can let the dog die in the camp.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I was a wizard, and you start in the wizard place.
As long as you collect the flower, I think, and give it to the guy.
Yeah, as long as you get the flower for the dog in the camp.
So it doesn't matter what race you are.
But if you're a human noble, then you start out with the dog. That's why it's different.
Okay. Cool. Okay, the problem is, like, so as a rogue character, my main weapon is like a crossbow. So that means I have to kind of stand back a bit while I let everyone else run in. Yeah. Now the problem is, so the crossbow I have, it's fairly weak. It only hits like 20 damage or something like that. And, so what would happen is I'd stand back and I'd always start the fight because I'd see them first and I'd press X and launch a few arrows, crossbows, whatever. And that would take off like a small bit of their health. But then all of a sudden Alistair comes up and just like absolutely whammies on someone and takes all their health, and there'd probably be a sliver left, and I'd be like, oh, brilliant. Just reload, and I'll finally get some XP or whatever, and then someone else would just come in and kill him, and I just get kind of frustrated because it's the first game I've ever played where I'm not getting like all the kills. I know I'm meant to be the hero, but everyone else is kind of doing it. Which I guess is, now I know this is probably the nature of the game where you probably have roles where you're very supportive, which you definitely do. But I'm playing this game and I'm like, whoa, I'm actually not the hero. I'm just the guy at the back just launching these arrows and making sure people don't run away. Well, and it's very different to what I'm used to.
You could get a better bow for sure.
Yeah, I'm still starting out.
That's the thing, is that you're just not geared or skilled up enough yet. And I mean, in terms of the story, you are absolutely the hero. You are among the heroes.
No, I agree. But it's just
top dog, Grey Warden.
Yeah.
when I played as a healer, so I was like all the way.
Yeah, that's really support.
Yeah.
I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, see, the problem, alright, I was starting off, I was playing it, and I think I was talking to you, Randy, and I was just like, oh, this game is really hard. It's very difficult.
It is hard.
And I turned down the difficulty, and it was so much more enjoyable, because you can kind of mess up a few times, or like, you can muck up a battle, but like, when I was playing, I think I was playing on normal, if you messed up, like, someone would die. Someone would just end up dying. Because I was playing with the Grey Warden Initiates. I can't remember the names. Which actually you did say to me, it's like, I can't even remember the names. It's like, what do you mean?
I don't remember their names.
Sir Jory and Sir Davik.
Yeah.
Davith,
yeah, that's it.
She's played it more than us.
I love Davith. Poor guy.
I really like it. It's very, I don't know, it's very easy to follow, but it's very thick. It's very layered. Like, there's a lot going on.
Yes.
And, like, you can play the game and not read any of the codex stuff and just, you get a fair adventure.
Which is what I did. And I hate reading codex in games.
Yeah. But then you also get, like, you get the opportunity to have, like, to dig and learn more about the world and read all these codex and just say, oh, this is what the Templars are like. This is what the Canary are like. This is what, I can't remember the rest of them.
You can learn about stuff that's not even in the game, like the free marches and stuff. And then when you're in Dragon Age 2, you're like, oh, that's what they were talking about. Like, Orlais. Like, that place is real.
Before I played, sorry, Randy, I was going to say.
That's alright.
Before I played, I was very kind of off-put by it. I wasn't too happy about the way the combat worked out, because I remember watching a review and thinking, I don't know if this is the kind of combat I'd like. Because I'm thinking, I haven't really played a game like this before, maybe not to this degree anyways, and I'm thinking, this might not be for me. However, like, the story is brilliant. The story is really engaging from the get-go. It's very Star Wars-y, I guess. It has the same kind of plot themes where it's like, oh, you're a hero and you have to get this ragtag bunch of, rogues or whatever, and you have to take on a big threat. It's very heroic story, which I love, because it's not cheesy. And it's very fun. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the combat it's fine. The combat's grand. Like, there's probably a lot of layers to it, but I'm happy just to press X or whatever.
Oh,
and then I love the story in spite of the combat, because I'm not crazy about the combat. Yeah. But it's fine,
Speaking of the story, you said you're an elf rogue. So did you do the slums elf or the Dalish elf?
Oh god. Now, which one's the Dalish one?
The one where you're, like, in the forest.
Oh, no, I did the slums one, which was, Jesus.
That is such a good story. The Dalish one is kind of weak, but, like, that one is,
Yeah, that was, I felt really, like...
That one is rough.
Yeah, the slums one is just really, it's really hard to play, because you're, like, okay...
It's one of the roughest.
Alright, I'm gonna spoil it because, okay, if you don't want to hear anything about Dragon Age, fast forward maybe 2 minutes, because I'm gonna get into spoiled territory. Okay, so, if you haven't played this part, Randy, you probably have, I don't know. But you know the bit at the end where this guy comes in, disrupts your wedding, he's like the king or something like that, king's son.
I have not played this, I played
you didn't play this origin story. It's, Van Tegan's, no, not Van Tegan, the Hal, the one who's played by Tim Curry, it's like his son.
Yeah. And then
Tim Curry's in it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I knew that.
Okay, so
he shows up later.
He's a giant asshole, and he comes in and just disrupts this elf wedding. It's your wedding, by the way, and you and your cousin are getting married, arranged marriage, and
not to each other.
No, not to each other. It's two other elf ladies, and he comes in and just basically just mooches off. I think is it your cousin, the female that he takes?
Oh yeah. God, what is her name? I can't remember. I haven't played that one as recently. The girl with red hair, your cousin.
Yeah.
I know Soros is the guy, but I don't remember the girl's name.
It's
he like takes her and the like fiancés and just like takes him to like his sex dungeon and is like bye, like
has his way with them.
Sounds like my kind of dungeon.
It's just it's very like, oh god, this is really bad, and you really want to kill him. But the thing is, like, once you get there, you kind of start questioning yourself, because then he's like, okay, if you kill me now, this is just gonna ruin everything for the town. Like, I'm just gonna have everyone, like, all the soldiers come in and kill everyone or whatever. You know, start a war, basically. But it's like, he'll give you, like, 40 coins or whatever, just to turn around and just, you'll have the women will be back in the morning. And then you're kind of like, oh shit, like, I could turn around and that'll be the end of it. But then, the poor women, like, you know, or do I just, you know, kill them now, but then face consequences against the village face consequences because of your actions later on. However, the problem is, like, because of the whole Grey Warden thing, Duncan just says, oh no, he's under my, custody now. So there's no real kind of depth to that. But initially you're like, oh shit, what do I do? Do I save these people or do I save the whole village? And then you're like,
oh yeah, what did you do?
You know, I kill them because, you know, no one fucks with
did you blame it on just you, or did you say it was Soros?
Yeah, I said, yeah, that's the thing. You can say it was you and your cousin, or you can just say it was you. And I, like, diligently said it was just me.
Oh, Nathan, you're the best.
Got high fives.
One thing you touched on was that the prologues or the origin stories are kind of don't have that much depth to them, and you're right, because as soon as you get out of there, it's like none of the stuff you did in the tutorial or prologue or whatever mattered.
No, a lot of the characters come back later.
Yeah, they do a little bit, but you know, at the end of mine, when I was in the mage thing.
Oh, I hate that. But I hate that guy.
Yeah,
Jowan,
but I was associated with that guy. I should have been in trouble, but hey, no, I'm recruited for the Grey Wardens now, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, like, the mage one I think is kind of weak. I've played all of them, but some of them are great. Like, the dwarf noble one is like one of the best, I think. It is so good.
Mm.
And the slums elf one is really good, and the Dalish elf one is kind of weak, but the payoff later is actually really good. It's difficult to describe.
I ran into the same problem I had with Mass Effect with Dragon Age Origins, and it's very.
It makes sense.
It's a very what's the word? It's not a problem. It's just kind of like, oh, I wish I could. Basically, I'm saying, oh, I wish I could have everyone in my party because they're all really good.
Yeah.
Everyone in the party is really interesting, but you kind of have to manually go, okay, I want Alistair, because Alistair is the best.
Yes, Alistair.
Well, Alistair, fortunately, is really good in combat.
Yeah.
That's true. Morgan is Morgan's okay. She's too standoffish, and like, I know it's a character arc, but Morgan and Jack from Mass Effect 2, they just didn't do it for me because they just seem very.
I hated Jack,
hard.
but I love Morgan.
Okay, maybe
Morgan seems like your type, Brandy.
In terms of a character, I thought she was great.
I loved her. She was like my sister.
I didn't agree with her morals or whatever.
All right.
I'm
still starting out.
Absolutely can't talk about it now.
Yeah, I'm still starting out.
I like Morgan. Because I was a mage usually, and she was like, "Oh, you're so cool." Like, I was like, "You're cool," and we were best friends.
I romanced Alistair too.
So good.
He's so Well, so not my problem, but my experience with Dragon Age. I played that game on Nightmare, which is the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's real tough. So as a result, I was required to bring party members along that were good in combat, not based on who I liked.
Yeah.
So I had Alistair, I had Sten.
Sten.
And I had one other warrior guy. So I had like 3 really tough guys that took...
Another warrior guy?
Yeah, I feel like there's a... what was his name? Yes. Steve Bloom. God! See, you know that I had... Because I hated Sten, and I'm really sick of Steve Bloom.
I love Ogren. So great.
And So I had those 3 in my party because I'm like, I'm just dying so fast. Yeah. Everyone, because I had
healer,
my original party was Alistair, the dog, and Morrigan.
Yeah.
And they all died in seconds. And I played through like half the game with that. And eventually I just crossed over to a point where the dog and Morrigan were not getting any stronger and the enemies were getting harder. Yeah. So they were just dying. Like we'd walk into battles, 3 of us would die. Alistair would be like, hey, what's the deal here? I need some help.
He's trying to like carry the weight of everyone else and just getting.
And he did a good job, but he's not. It's a 4-person party. We need team here.
Oh, Templar tank, Alistair.
So yeah,
I really enjoy the story and the kind of the way like there's a bit of decision making in the game for sure. But I love the small minor decisions that you don't actually realize they are decisions until you do them. Basically, right. So here's an example. So I came into the town and I met Stan, and he was in the cage, and he was like, I said, I need you on my quest. I was like, I'll see if what's the clerical mother or something like that. I can't remember the name exactly. It's something that the high priest lady of the chantry would let him out. So I went into the church chantry.
It's a sister. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I went up to her and said, okay, I need him on my quest. I'm using my Grey Warden's rights to have him in my custody. And she was like,
oh no.
She was like, I can't, no, I'm not letting you do that. Sorry. And then I got really annoyed, and then I just did it again and said, look, you're going to give me the keys or I'm going to kill you.
Huh?
And then Alistair was like, whoa, calm down, Jesus Christ. And I knew he would react, but I didn't think he would be so like, he just flipped on me. He's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. He said that. Oh my goodness. So sorry.
Well, he's from the Chantry too, so.
Yeah, but the thing is,
he doesn't want you, he's a paragon. He doesn't want you doing anything bad.
He kept saying oh, I don't care about them anymore. But then, so I figured he wouldn't give a shit if I just said, give me the key or else,
But he doesn't want you to kill her.
I know, but it was just like an empty threat, I guess.
That's like the only problem with having certain characters in your party at the same time, though. Because if you want a certain character to like you, you just can't bring them along on like certain events if you know they're going to disagree.
I know I'm going to have to be real rough with these characters coming up here, so you stay.
Yeah, like
you stay here in the Chantry.
Alistair, and then I'm like, I'm going to have to murder these innocent people. You stay here,
stuff's going to get real, Alistair. You can't be doing your thing.
It's pretty funny because then it just comes up, Alistair disapproves, minus 15 points. But I gave him like 6 gold bracelets, so he's happy with me now.
But it also
Alistair, when push comes to shove, I got to make the tough decisions here. Yeah. You're not the leader. You sit back. You keep your mouth shut. I've got to do what I've got to do. This is not. Look, I'm not being cruel here. I'm not being needlessly cruel. This is what needs to happen. There are freaking zombie, bleedy vampire monsters out there that are killing all these people. And in order for me to resolve this issue that is affecting everyone, I need to murder these children. I just need to do it.
I'm sorry.
So you stay over here. You keep your mouth shut.
But my favorite is Alice. It'll be Alistair negative 15. Then it'll be like Morrigan plus 10, and you're like, damn it.
So
you can't even agree.
I love the gift thing where he's just like, he's feeling mad with me. I'll just give him 6 whatever bracelets. He's happy with me now. He just goes,
oh, thank you. That's very nice.
I love his reaction there. He's just like, is this for me?
Oh,
you shouldn't have. Oh, thank you.
He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's so cute.
I have $10. You're gonna, if you romance anybody, it'll be either Liliana or Zevran.
Oh.
We'll probably Liliana.
I don't like her. She's so I had a dream, a vision. It's like, I don't care. Get the fuck out of my party. You're
really
me.
She's really cute, though. But you might like Zevran, actually.
Who's even left? Yeah, because if you don't like Morrigan... you can go through the game without romancing. You don't have to.
It's not that I don't like Morgan. It's just that she's very frosty, I guess. And then, I don't know. It's kind of bantery, I guess, because she's just she always just nitpicks at Alistair and he nitpicks back. So it's kind of fun, I guess, but, I don't know. We'll see. I only started the game. I'm only maybe
she's very
3 hours in or so.
So are you in for the long haul, though? Are you going to play through this game and then...
Oh, yeah. No, I'm already
hooked.
What are you... So Dragon Age 2, are you thinking...
I don't know, because, right.
It's not good.
You have to do it, though, because then you can have the Inquisition playthrough.
But the thing is, though, is that he doesn't have to do it.
You should, though. You should just muscle away and just...
The plot...
Just close your eyes, pretend Fenris is Alistair, and just go.
But no. The plot in Dragon Age 2 is so pointless. Like, the stakes aren't...
It's bad, but it's not, like, as bad as...
It's not a bad, necessarily, plot, but it's in order... If the argument you're making is that it matters to the whole world, the story, that it doesn't.
You'll be happier in Inquisition when you could go, oh my god, it's that thing from Dragon Age 1! Like, they took out the thing I did 20 years ago and put
and then that's the thing from Dragon Age 2 that I hated. Now I'm reminded that I played Dragon Age 2, and now this game sucks more.
Nathan's not as cynical. He'll enjoy it.
I'm very open.
He won't hate it. He'll just be like, oh, that wasn't as good. But, you know, I don't feel like I wasted my life on it.
That is one of the few games where I was just so annoyed with it that I turned the difficulty down. That very rarely happens, and that was one of them. Mm-hmm. Because of the stupid respawning enemies that they literally poof out of thin air in front of your face.
That's
no
true.
poofing.
So as soon as you finish a fight, there's a poof.
Yeah.
Here we are. Here's some more.
It's Call of Duty all over again. So back to... what was it? The Dragon Age Inquisition. Jesus, it's a mouthful. Trailer came out and it just showed off like the customization features, and I was like, wow, that looks so good. I need to play Dragon Age. I haven't played it. And, cause I was kind of like, I want to play a game where you can customize the character. And I saw Dragon Age Origins. It's not like off the wall crazy of like, oh, you can do all this crazy shit. You can like customize your face, ears, whatever, just the positions and stuff, and different hairstyles. That's about it, and it's fine. Like, you know. But then when you can make your own character, you can really customize it through like the dialogue. You can make them like, oh, am I going to be an asshole to this character, to this particular character, or am I going to be really nice to him to get something out of him? Like in one situation was like a shop merchant. He was charging really high prices for all the refugees.
Guy. Yeah.
And I was going to be an asshole to him. I was going to be nice to him to get a good deal, but then I realized, he's really being an asshole. So I just said, look, can you do something? Like, lower your prices or something. He's like, no, fine.
You're so persuasive.
Fine. Well, I do have the persuasive points in.
Yeah! So. Way to get through the game, dude.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Yeah, that's the first point I put into any RPG ever is persuasion.
Yep.
So like, if I'm basically maxed out on the persuasive thing, does that mean if any persuasive option comes up and I click it, it will succeed?
You're maxed out?
Yeah, basically.
You can persuade anybody.
Okay. That's a bit.
There are a few that unless you're very, very all the way tippy-top maxed out, it won't go through, but for the most part, you'll...
Yeah, okay.
But it's also like you have to have high dexterity for some of those.
Which I do anyways, because I use a bow.
You're a rogue, yeah.
So. You mean intelligence? Because dexterity doesn't make any sense for persuasion.
No, I mean just...
Look how flexible my fingers are. Can't you persuade it?
You're so distracted by my sleight of hand that you can't...
dexterity for the actual skill set, don't you?
For...
Oh, no, you have to have something else. It's not like...
charisma?
No.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Point is, you know, you're playing the game actively right now. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Persuasion, yes. The higher it is, the more likely you will persuade people.
Cool. I always persuaded the Chantry lady to just give the keys to me. When she was like,
I think that's what I did too.
I'd be like, hey, I need that guy for my quest. And she's like, really? Why? And I was like, well, the Kunari asked me to come here and like take him, you know? And she's like, really? That's such a relief. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Thanks,
Meanwhile, I'm just like, I'll bash your face in if you don't give me the keys.
But if you have Liliana with you before you go in, she can persuade the lady to give you the keys.
No,
and you don't get anybody mad at you.
Yeah, no, I missed that. Yeah, that's about it for Dragon Age Origins.
So I threatened to kill her once or twice.
Well, are you in on Dragon Age Inquisition?
Yes.
Day one? So
I'm importing all my saves.
Guess what, guys? You're going to hear more Dragon Age talk. It's going to happen.
And, as an added bonus, before we move on, Dragon Age Origins is free.
Oh yeah, it's currently
free now on Origins. So
for how long? Do you know?
I haven't, Dicky.
Chances are, by the time you hear this,
it is still free.
It is still free, but unless you listen to it, doesn't matter. Yep. It's free right now.
Oh, but
just go look. If either it's free or it's not, go look. It can't hurt.
So that's Dragon Age Origins for free on Origin Store.
I mean,
also Bejeweled Tree, but you don't have to play it. It's okay.
But Bejeweled's all right.
Yeah, it's good. 2 is where they hit the precipice, and then it just kind of went downhill from there.
Are you jerking my chain right now?
I'm scrolling with me? 2 was fine.
No, you're being serious.
Oh yeah, I played Bejeweled.
Really?
Yeah, I played 2 because
what's the difference?
The letters. numbers? Those things?
No, the letters are exactly the same, I assure you. Bejeweled 1 and Bejeweled 2 have the same letters in them.
The extra E, the E's are DLC. No an EA. Ew.
Maybe there's capital... Nah, doesn't matter. Alright, anything else, Nathan?
What else have I been playing? No, not much really. Just, I've been kind of looking up stuff. I've been looking up a lot of videos about games, because I'm kind of trying to hype myself up for, next gen, because I'm still in the old gen, and I need to get the next gen. And
anything noteworthy that you've been looking at? Alien Isolation. All right, let's talk about it.
So I've been reading a few stuff on AC Unity, and I've been checking it out, seeing what's the story with it, and it seems it's very different. The new one is very different from what you said. There's a lot of more customization in it. I remember reading up that, one of the guys just went completely bananas and just made his guy dress up in a purple hood, purple clothes, and had a big axe. And I was like, oh, Jesus, this is very different to what I imagined.
Are you going to play it?
Honestly, I'm not very excited for it. I might play it if it's cheap, but maybe this time next year or something like that. But
yeah, because I have no interest in especially after Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That's what I've been
Master of segue. Yes, Randy, tell me more about Shadow of Mordor.
Because
that is one game I actually looking forward to.
Yes, that everyone should play Shadow of Mordor, even if you have no interest in Lord of the Rings like I do. Mm-hmm. Elle, do you have any interest in Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
I know everything you've told me about it.
Okay, well,
which is
I've got some updated opinions. Last week, I said there were flaws last week, but I mostly gushed over. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the flaws this time, especially since they have become more apparent. Last week, I believe I said that the Nemesis system doesn't have any stakes in it, and that sucked. Like, the only thing that mattered in the Nemesis system was your own personal attachment to the characters, right? I'm pretty sure I said that. Maybe I just thought it. I don't know. It has definitely gotten worse because first of all, I also said last week that I didn't die. As a result, I killed so many freaking orcs, and eventually you kill them enough times and they're gone for good. So I can't develop an attachment if I kill them so many times that they don't come back. And and the list has refreshed. I have a whole new page of orcs than I did when I first started. So I don't care about any of these orcs now. That's a problem. The whole system lives and dies whether or not I care about these orcs, and I don't because they're all new. I've killed all the ones that I cared about. Now there's a whole new set. But now I'm too powerful to where there's no chance that I'm going to die. To be clear, I have died a couple times. I've since died.
Is it a difficulty thing? Are you playing on the hardest difficulty?
There is no difficulty setting.
Oh.
The game just starts.
Okay.
So you can turn off which I didn't know right away. I would have done this if I knew. Mm-hmm. You can turn off in Batman when the little flashy thing pops above the guy's heads and you can counter.
Yes.
That you can turn that off to where you have to watch. But at this point, I'm so powerful, it doesn't matter if that's on or not. Because I've unlocked so much stuff, it just doesn't matter.
Well,
I'm death. I am.
I was gonna say, it's like I'm too good at this game now. So what now?
Not even that. Well, I will say that I played through the first half of the game without dying. That took a little bit of skill. I did it well. I'm hearing a lot of people say the game is really hard. I didn't have that experience. It's getting a little bit more challenging, but not unmanageably so.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's also a fault. Because I'm good at the game, I don't hate the orcs as much as I should. You hear all these stories about these people dying by orcs. Oh, they interrupted me doing the side mission and he killed me. Now I'm super angry. I want to kill. Oh, he killed me again. Now I hate him so much. Mm-hmm. That never happened to me. So I didn't get that personal grudge with any orc in particular. I found it entertaining when orcs that I've killed showed back up and they're like, Ranger, you're not getting away this time. That was cool. But I didn't have the hatred for him like all these other people did. That's a problem. I don't know how you solve that problem, though. I still think the Nemesis system is really cool because I did, when I say it never happened, I did die and I did get angry and that stuff did happen. It just didn't happen as often as I'd like and as frequently as I thought people were hyping it up to be. And people are saying it does happen to them because they died more often than I did. I don't know how you fix that. I really don't.
I don't know. It sounds like maybe. Wait. So how far have you gotten in the game? Have you finished?
So I have not, but I've unlocked just about every ability that I can. I've done a ton of side stuff. I've seen about 70 to 80% of the story.
Right.
So yes, I've done most of the game.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Is there a new game plus or anything like that?
No.
Cool. Oh, God.
As far, well, okay. I can't confirm that for sure, but I heard there is no new game plus.
Okay. I was just gonna say maybe you probably just start the game over. Maybe that's the thing. There's like such a good precipice of like you're doing.
Start the game over and turn off the combat notifications or whatever to make it harder.
Yeah.
Is that what you suggest?
Yeah, because I think there's maybe the game kind of has this difficulty curve that just flattens out.
Yeah,
at a certain point, which it isn't a bad thing because it happens to the best of games. Like you just you're too good at it, I guess, or you know the in and out.
Yeah, I think all the problems, minus the mechanical ones, like the traversal that's not perfect, and the camera which is bad, and the story which is mediocre.
Right.
The biggest fault that I have with this game is that it's left up to chance. This whole game, your time with this game will be relied on your experience with the game, and that means you could have a great time with this game if you get lucky and have this dynamic thing that just works out, or you can get unlucky like me and never die and never have any attachments to these characters. Or, like, cause it's dynamic, so it's random what's gonna happen. So there's a chance that what happens is not interesting. Mm-hmm. It's a problem that I don't know how you solve that problem, because the coolest thing about this game is the Nemesis system. Yeah. Without a doubt, it is the coolest, freshest thing that this game or any game has done, in my opinion, in quite some time. I think it's incredible. Mm-hmm. Oh, and it actually, this thing outweighs this more, is that the potential of the Nemesis system, the full potential of it in the game is not even unlocked until well over halfway through the story missions. And that sucks, because when you get into an open world game, you see all these little icons of all the side stuff you can do. Most people, well, I don't know about that. I'm not going to be general, but when I saw them, I'm like, I want to go do that. I want to go do that side thing. I like the combat. I like the Nemesis system. This world is interesting enough to where I want to do the side stuff.
Right.
But I'm limiting myself to the fun of the game because all of the abilities and the Nemesis system is locked behind the story mission. So I have to do 60 to 70% of the story to just unlock the full potential of the system. That's kind of, I don't know. I didn't like it. Because I did all the side stuff without having the full potential of it unlocked. Because the whole thing is you can kill the guys, but then eventually you unlock the ability to convert them to your side and send them out on like recon missions and stuff like that. I want you to go betray your master so I know where he is. I want you to help me kill him. It's really cool. But you don't get that until late. And that sucks.
Do you think maybe if you restart the game, or maybe even finish the game, do you think the game will just continue on where you have the full system unlocked, but you just have new random enemies popping up?
Yeah, that could happen. I just don't see what the point would be at that point if you unlocked everything. Okay. That's the one thing. The side missions aren't interesting on their own.
Yeah.
They're just traditional collect this, kill this, stealth through this thing. Yeah. It's, you've seen it a million times before. The thing that makes it interesting is the Nemesis system, because randomly orcs will show up and be like, oh, well, I hate you, right, so I don't want you to collect this thing. I just want to ruin your day. That's cool. And it turns every side mission into like, okay, now I have to take this guy out so I can collect this thing.
Okay.
What's this guy's weakness? Oh, I don't know it yet, so I have to interrogate it. And I really do like the system. As much as I say that I didn't see the full potential of it, which is true, I still think even what's there is really awesome. And I want to see it in more games. And I want to see it iterated on. That game's incredible. You should all play it.
Right. Okay. So, moving on, I think. Or have you played anything else, Randy? Because I
sort of
played the one. You sort of played the game.
Well, not sort of. I actually all the way played Dota 2.
Oh, God.
I'm starting to get reasonably okay at it, which is increasing my enjoyment of it. The only reason I'm playing it is because that's the only thing my friends seem to be playing right now. I said with an asterisk because there's another game that I've been playing because my other friends are playing, and that's Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh, goodness.
which is... Do you guys know what that is?
I do. Mm-hmm. Is that the MMO one?
That is the MMO.
Yep.
Yes. It is now free to play. We were randomly talking because we both played it. We both. I don't know why I said we both. We all played it, my friends and I.
Right.
Played it when it first came out. We paid for it and all that stuff. We really liked it. And then we stopped playing it because, I don't know, we were just done.
Right.
Randomly, we were talking about how it was good, and we were like, "Hey, we should play it again. It's free to play. There's no commitment here."
Mm-hmm.
And we got into it, and I've since been busy, so I haven't been able to play it as much as I'd want. But it's you pick a different character and you go through basically Knights of the Old Republic, a story equivalent to that. The problem is that when I originally played the game, I played through what everyone says unanimously is the most interesting character to play. So now I have to look forward to playing a less interesting character.
Cool.
If I want to do that.
But
yeah, that's all right.
The game looks interesting, I guess. I like Star Wars.
It's free to play.
But, yeah.
You like Star Wars? You like Dragon Age?
I do.
It's similar to those things.
Awesome.
Did you like Knights of the Old Republic?
Hold on. I can't remember if I played that or not. I don't think I did.
It was on original Xbox and PC.
Yeah, I don't think I played it. That's probably another one for the list.
Elle, did you like Knights of the Old Republic?
Hmm?
Did you like Knights of the Old Republic?
Nah.
Ooh, it's on iPad. Weird.
What?
iPad?
Yeah, it is.
No.
May 30th, 2013, this game was on iOS, iPad.
I love the way you say THs.
Wait, me?
Dirty.
Dirty. December 19th, 2013. 30. For iPhone and iPod Touch. I have an iPod Touch. I might see
there you go.
Play it. Sweet.
You know, download the... I can't imagine that port is any good. That's got to be a hot piece of garbage. Anyway, that's all I've been playing. You guys don't care about what I've been playing.
Yes,
partially
interested.
No. I'm partially interested.
We had a nice big conversation about everything you play, and I start playing. I talk a whole bunch, then you're like, okay, moving on.
I didn't say
that. No, you didn't say anything at all, which is even worse.
The reason for that, Randy, is
because we got
something
the
else
showstopper.
Oh, do we? I thought we were going to do something before the showstopper. Because we have to talk about...
Well, we threw that out now.
Wait, what's the showstopper?
No, we can't talk about the showstopper.
Not yet.
We're not.
We gotta do scores.
Are you going to jump out of a cake?
So you want to do scores first?
Yeah, the scores thingy.
Okay.
Because,
All right, so last week we were going to... First of all, I'm going to veto Adam's game rankings choice. The only reason is because they don't pick everything. They only pick a handful of things. So that eliminates the point of getting a system that's not weighted if they don't pick everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving back to Metacritic. Not to mention that also is organized way better than Game Rankings. Game Rankings is a piece of crap website.
But Randy, what do we need Metacritic for? Please explain.
We need Metacritic because last week we tried to predict the review scores of Alien Isolation, and I have the review scores. Should have opened this up earlier. Here we go. I have them right here. So, Randy, that's me. I predicted that Alien Isolation was going to get a 73. I'm going to say Metacritic, even though we were thinking about Game Rankings. Nathan, you predicted that Alien Isolation was going to get a 63 Metacritic.
Mm-hmm.
Elle, you thought that it was going to get a 70 Metacritic.
Mm-hmm.
Adam thought it was going to get an 80, which I thought was generous.
Mm.
The Metacritic score of Alien Isolation is 80.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow, that's a proper gasp right
Adam
there.
nailed it right on the nose.
Wow.
Yep.
The thing is, though, is that he thought they were going to be a lot more positive than they did. Most, if not all, of the reviews said exactly what I thought they would say. They just scored it a lot higher than I thought they would.
Yeah, that's true. The score was weird because we were thinking, that sounds more like a 7 or an 8 instead of, most of them were 8s, weren't they?
Well, it's the exact same. Adam actually said that, everyone reviews higher than they should, so it's going to be...
Yeah, that's just it. Everyone kind of get the score a bit higher because you think this game runs on too long. That doesn't sound too good, I think. That sounds like a bad thing. That should be docked a few more points than just 2, I guess.
Adam wins this award posthumously.
Yeah, fair play.
Because he's dead.
Yeah.
Did I say that word right? Posthumously?
Sure. I think that's a new word for me.
That's when you're dead, right?
Yeah, we'll stick it in his grave.
Did I say that right?
I'm sure it's... Yeah. Why not?
Well, somebody will correct us. Who cares?
Yes.
So Adam wins. The point was that he would get to choose which game we review next, or we predict next. But he's not here. So guess what?
We're going to pick a game we both want to talk about. Yeah. Well, we're going to play eventually, I'm sure.
And that is, I can't ever remember, the Evil Within.
Evil Within, yes.
Is what we're going to try to predict next.
Yeah, the Shinji Mikami new Resident Evil, quote-unquote, experience, whatever.
Bullcrap, but well,
that's what everyone says. It's just like, oh, it's Resident Evil, but it's not. It's the Resident Evil you've been waiting for. Which, I guess.
All right, let's type this up. Adam said 80 again.
Oh, he's very generous. I just realized I'm very cheeky with my score. I give it a 79.
All right. So Adam is... Wait, are you sure you don't want to adjust that knowing what Adam's is?
No.
Well, I mean, I guess, all right, whatever.
Price is right.
Well, that means he basically boned you because anything lower than a 79, you are not eligible.
It's a 78, I'm sure. Oh, could you imagine?
You all overbid. Elle, what do you think? The Evil Within, from Shinji Mikami's return to survival horror, the master, the king of survival horror, the godfather, the Evil Within. What do you think?
Well,
what do you think its Metascore will be upon release?
Well, this is difficult because it's not. Because I think it looks good, but I don't know if other people will think it's good. What did Adam say?
He said 80 even.
What did you say, Nate?
79.
You said 9?
79.
Oh, I'm gonna say 85.
Oh, very high.
Okay, well, I should probably adjust what mine was going to be. Because mine was going to be 84.
Dude, it's a monster.
You know what? Let's just do that. It'll be a really close...
You're people like that old lady on The Price is Right. That's like, did you bet 90? 91.
Oh, what did she bid, Bob?
That was a Family Guy joke. So funny. He's just like.
But every time you're like, oh, fuck you, lady.
It's so funny.
Just want to kill the old lady.
It's like, what's the price of this dining test? He's like, what's the price on this dining set? $79. What do you say? $80, and the guy just looks at her and just goes, "Fuck you!"
And it goes the other way around too, when like an old lady does it, and then a young guy bids $1 above her.
What a douche!
Like, oh yeah, the crowd boos. They're like, "Screw you! He wants to win. This old lady can't. This old lady's not going to win that car. She's old.
She probably can't even pay the taxes on the car.
I mean, even if she wins the car, she's going to drive real slow and or die before she gets a chance to drive it. So screw you.
Most people who win stuff on those games can't actually claim the prizes because you have to pay the taxes on the full price of it. So if you get like a nice new car, it's like, well, you can't afford it anyway.
Yeah.
So sad.
It's true. Unless you win cash, then they just take it right out of your winnings.
Dude, this guy looks like Booker in The Evil Within. He's got like the vest.
It's probably voiced by Troy Baker.
I would not be upset.
So
would you be surprised?
I was watching the trailer recently. I was just talking about like it was kind of like, you know, that kind of Rockstar kind of game where it's like The Evil Within is a game that revolutionized.
Yes, every trailer they've had has been that.
Yeah. Well, this was the
survival is key.
Yeah, basically. And oh man, I was just listening to the game. Like it's the first time I've actually properly listened to a trailer, and because I remember linking you guys another like promo video before. I'll get to that one in a second. But this video is just like the sounds were just so disgusting, so horrible. This like the squelching and squishing. It's just like, it's just so horrible to listen to. And you're like, ugh, that sounds disgusting. Like you could.
Did you watch the trailer with the sound designer?
Yes, I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
This trailer, Randy just said there, this brought up like how the sounds are actually made. And it's very interesting. Like if you're interested in like game design, or not game design, like how a game is made as in the technical part. It was really interesting to watch because this guy had like, stuff like crisps and, what do you call it?
Potato chips.
Potato chips. Like squishy fruit, noodles, I think at one point. And he was just like squishing it all in his mouth, recording each separate time he was eating it.
Delicious.
Yeah. And then just layered it up and did something like played one sound backwards and then just like compressed them, and then all he had this disgusting like
yeah, he's like, oh, that sounds good.
It's like disgusting squelchy noise. And you're like, that's the sound like the whatever they're called, the zombies make when they bite into the main guy. I think his name's Sebastian. Yeah, they bite into Sebastian. It's like this is squelching, disgusting noise. And I'm like, that is fantastic. I can't wait to hear what this game sounds like. So yeah.
All right. So before I recap the scores, why did you guys choose the scores that you did?
Elle, do you want to go first, or?
I like monsters. I really do.
That is true.
The graphics look good. It looks interesting. I like that it's creepy, and I'm excited about it. And it's like Murakami, like, it's gonna be good, you know?
So...
I don't know. If PT can be, scary to people, then this definitely has to be scary.
Well, I mean, it has monsters, so by definition, it's way more interesting.
Shut the fuck up, Randy. No, I mean, I think... Okay, it's not just that it has monsters, it's that it has more to look at so far. Which is interesting for me. I'm like, oh, good.
I mean, the game is out a week from yesterday, so yes, I would hope to God that there was more. Yes, okay. No, that's a fair yes.
Yes, it is. But that's fair.
But that's your own. That's your own personal opinion, though. Why do you think that it will review that high?
I don't, but I don't care. This is
so you think you're.
I will give it.
So this is like rooting for the home team, even though you know the home team is going to lose.
No, I'm learning from Adam. He said they score higher than so there, and you only voted 0.1 below me. So
I know, but I will give you my reason after Nathan gives his.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really like. I've never really played these types of games. Like. I'm not a big Resident Evil guy because I just, I haven't played it. I never got around to it. I will though eventually. I was saying around earlier on, I'm going to get the PS4 Resident Evil, which is, cool. Looks pretty cool. But I don't know.
When do you get a PS4?
When I get a PS4 eventually. Anyways, that's not the point. Point is, so the game, I don't know. It's just this is kind of just more of a guess. This is like, this game looks solid. That's the thing. I kind of say, right, if a game looks solid, it's a 6. If it works perfectly, it's a 6. And then from there, like, it has extra features, or has cool story, or has, nice sound design, like, which this game obviously does because it sounds great. But I don't know. I kind of just saw this game and thought, maybe this is like a game where, it's very average, like, or not average. 79 is a great score, like, but I can't pin down why it looks good. It looks really good. It just looks like something people will enjoy. And it has the same vibe as Shadow of Mordor / Alien Isolation. Yes, I can't. Mordor. Thank you. Mordor. I can't. How the hell Mordor. That's probably because you did Spanish in school or something like that,
right? Not until college.
Alright, well, I didn't do Spanish, so I can't. Okay.
You just gotta roll your tongue. It's not.
You guys are purring.
Yeah. Elle is just gonna record this and like put it in a cat toy and just like,
should probably make it our ringtones.
No, your ringtone is still.
I know what my ringtone is.
Oh, brilliant.
Anyway,
and your text tone is Randy.
Oh god.
Of course it is.
Yeah, look, I think the game looks fine. It's the same kind of idea as like, Shadow of Mordor / Alien Isolation. There's not a whole lot of hype. Not a whole lot of hype, so I think it will do fairly decent, but just like, that seems grand,
Yeah.
It's a good game. Interesting fact, this game is called Psycho Break in Japan. Just like the way Resident Evil is called.
Obviously I have to change my Metascore then.
Oh yeah,
it's going to go way up.
Because of different name, of course.
Yes. Anyway, I think I think there are going to be a lot of people that this is right up their alley. This is like their wet dream, the game they've been waiting for. Like the return of micromanaging ammo and stuff like, and surviving. Like people are going to be so excited for that. I can see it.
That's actually what it says right on the site. This is the Resident Evil style. This is the Resident Evil 4 style follow-up we've been waiting for by Game Informer. So take that for what it's worth.
I highly expect a lot of people to be super excited based on that alone. I expect about 30 to 40% of people to review it mediocre because that's not what they want, and games have changed since the last time a game like this has come out. So I just split the difference. I think about 80, 84. 4 because it's a round number.
Beautiful.
And I feel like Shadow of Mordor. I'm also with you a little bit that it's got a little bit of hype, because of the way it's been marketed. Like, oh, hey, Shinji Mikami, and it's the next thing from him. Forget that Resident Evil nonsense. But yeah, not a lot of people are talking about it, so it could be a surprise. So I think people will be surprised and be excited about being surprised. So they'll review it higher. That's what I think. We will know. It's weird that last week, well, that's not true. Nathan, it doesn't matter. I reviewed lower last week. I'm reviewing higher this week. It's interesting how we've all have kind of shifted gears.
Yeah.
I guess, right. I think the thing is that, like, we were very put off by isolation because of the whole crap surrounding the DLC, and we're kind of just off put because, like, oh, we hate that business practice. So naturally, we're going to poo-poo the game a bit.
Well, also...
And we also had, several things on top of that. But the thing about...
Also, we called exactly what was going to be wrong with that game. We just didn't anticipate people not caring as much.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think a lot of people just kind of bypass the problems. It's like, the bits that are good are actually really good, that you kind of forgive the crappy bits that maybe it's a bit too long or whatever. Anyways, the thing about Evil Within is that you're kind of just basing this off looks, because I haven't really seen it too much in action.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about it from a personal standpoint. I don't think it looks that great.
No, I don't think it looks
not even graphically. I just don't think it looks like that much fun.
Yeah. It doesn't look totally scary either. And I say this as a guy who hates scary games. It doesn't look that scary.
It's more, as is Resident Evil in a lot of cases, it's more about the blood and gore than it is the jump scares. And believe you me, there will be something jumping through glass.
Oh, Jesus.
In this game. I don't care.
As much as we love that.
We should put all our predictions on there. Will something jump through glass? It's a unanimous yes. I don't care.
And it'll be a dog.
No. I don't know.
A zombie dog.
Yeah, it'll be a dog, and you'll see it on Kotaku.
With 3 heads.
It'll be a tentacle.
There you go.
If it is a dog, you will see it next week. Just post it. Oh my god, throwback to Resident Evil. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm calling it. If there is a dog, it's going to be on Kotaku. That there's
10 out of 10.
Small video of like, oh my god, what a throwback.
Is that your prediction? If there is a dog jumping through a window, it will be on Kotaku?
Yes.
And everybody will.
So, you're not predicting whether or not there will be a dog jumping through the window?
Oh no, there's definitely going to be a dog jumping through a window. Some kind of jumping through window.
I don't think it will be a dog.
Maybe.
I don't think it will. I think that's too on the nose.
You never know.
I don't think no.
Maybe it'll be like a tendril.
Something will break through glass.
Yeah.
Or glass will break.
That's kind of easy, though. That could happen in any game.
All right, well, something will jump through glass to attack you.
I don't know, man. If you're making a Resident Evil, spiritual successor, whatever, the first thing you have to say in the meeting is, guys, we need to have something dog-like jump through glass. So maybe.
Something dog-like.
Well, it's not a spiritual successor to Resident Evil, because Resident Evil's still around.
You knew what I meant.
It's kicking.
It's like the spiritual twin brother. It's Hugo from The Simpsons. There you go. Another Simpsons.
All right, we're getting a little long here, so before I pee my pants, let's do it. The Steam reviews, let's do it.
All right.
Ready?
I am hosting this
Elle
week.
can't lose this time.
It saves me from losing. Yeah.
So technically you're a winner. So
okay. I prepared some ones that I think will be more difficult.
Yeah, that's
They're
going to be
all
a
on
doozy.
Steam, so there's no excuse really to not get them.
Yeah. No offense to Elle, but she likes some pretty crazy games, like games I've never heard of. So interesting.
It's horribly offensive.
No, it's true. Whenever you guys talk about like normal games that like I have heard of and played maybe once, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor, you just
no, I mean like like Battlefield or something. I'll be like, I guess. But if you were to be like, which girl takes her friends from the ocean and goes on a mission, I'm like, oh my god, it's Wada Nohara! Yeah, good job. Things like that. Okay, so here is number 1. I think I have about 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. Is that okay?
Games?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no,
I mean,
I have 5.
Okay, that's what I was about to say.
That's
because
good.
Then there's no chance for a tie.
Yes. Okay. So here we go. This is number 1. My computer crashed at one point during the game. I thought that it was part of the game. 11 out of 10.
But it wasn't part of the game?
No, you want me to read it again?
Yeah, please.
My computer crashed at one point during the game. I thought that it was part of the game. 11 out of 10.
Boy.
I'm gonna say, I don't know, Crisis.
No.
Fallout.
No! It is neither of those.
I was just trying to move along here because I have no idea.
Okay. This is a good review, and now you will click in order to like this review. Thank you.
That adds so much more.
I thought that was the giveaway, actually.
Wait, what?
Can you say it again? This is
Sure.
a good review.
This is a good review, and now you will click in order to like this review.
Portal.
Thank you. Portal?
Yeah.
No.
Gosh darn it.
I don't know, yeah.
If that was the giveaway, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I saved the easiest ones for the last one, but... Okay, so do you want to guess?
No.
Just say something.
Okay.
Just say something. You have a free guess. Just say
something. The game.
No, come on. Come on.
Okay, can you say it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good review, and now you will click in order to like this review. Thank you.
I want to say. Hold on, let me just check what's there.
It sounds like Portal.
Yeah, it really does.
It's Portal-esque, sort of, in tone, if that helps.
I'm just gonna say Fable.
No. Okay, so here's the last
I think I know what it is now that you said that.
Mind-blowing piece of art. Amazing voice acting. The demo alone is more entertaining than the majority of
Stanley Parable.
Oh, who said
We said it at the
Me.
same time.
That had to be me. Come on.
We both said it at the same time.
Please.
I know, you gotta, buzz in.
Oh, we should.
Buzz, Stanley Parable.
I heard both of you say it.
Oh, God.
So.
Okay, just...
Not to mention, I knew what it was. I did say I knew what it was before.
And so did I. Like, I don't know. It just clicked with me. I was like,
oh.
Okay, I'll give you both.
Wow. That was impressive.
I'm the nicest host
High five,
ever.
Randy.
Let's just say neither of us get points.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's the same result.
But we both won.
Yeah, you both won in school.
All right, fine. We'll both get a point.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, here's the second review.
You mean second game?
Second game, yes. Phone tells you to kill people. You're okay with it.
Oh, Hotline Miami.
Yeah!
Oh no.
That
I'm
was
sorry,
good.
Randy. I'm sorry. You hear that? Sound of me winning.
I should have saved that one for last.
Yeah, you should have. That was just...
The other reviews were, I prefer it to sex, and 1, blast techno, 2, find somebody, 3, kill the fucker, 4, get in the DeLorean.
Of course he would get the Hotline Miami one.
Because it's one of my favorite games. It's like, I always play it.
Yeah!
Wait, what was the
never
second
played
review?
it once.
It's better
I
than
prefer
sex.
it to sex.
Oh. It's definitely less bloodier.
Wow! Okay.
Oh.
Number 3. Game number 3. Hands down the scariest game I've ever played. Amnesia was awesome, but this game makes Amnesia look like a sunny and romantic walk in the park with your new puppy.
I can't remember the name of it.
Colon and circle.
I can't remember the name of it.
And O. Face.
Outlast?
Yeah!
Okay, I do remember the name of it.
Nice one. The other reviews were...
That's what you sound like most of the time anyway, so now you know.
Yeah, and once I start winning, I'll probably do it again.
Yeah, no denying
the second review was Heart Attack Simulator 2013. And 3 was the giveaway, which was Naked Tony, about to cut my head off. The last thing I saw was his penis. 11 out of 10.
Is that game really scary, as people say it is? Because I just thought it kind of got old after a while.
I thought it was creepy, but...
It's the equivalent... Well, I haven't played it, but the impression that I get, it's the same thing as Amnesia, is that it's really scary, but it's too long.
Okay. You mean Alien Isolation?
Well, I mean that too.
Alright, okay. Anyways.
Okay.
Power on.
Okay, this one. Okay, protect the hot dogs at all cost.
Cart Life.
Nope.
Oh, darn. Is that even on Steam?
I made this one really hard. Because it's an easy... Never mind. Anyway, Nathan, what do you think?
What was it? Protect the what?
Protect the hot dogs at all cost.
I think I know what this.
What do you think?
Is it Final Fantasy?
Which one?
No, if it is a Final Fantasy.
Okay, well, I'll still guess. I'm gonna say... Okay. I'm gonna guess 8.
Yeah! Way to go!
I don't get that reference.
I just remember one of my friends talking about this before. He said something like, he just yelled to protect the hot dogs. And I was like, what? And he just said, oh, it's Final Fantasy. So, yeah, I haven't played this game. I just know it through a friend.
Yay!
What? Why? Alright, can you explain the reference to me?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know. I've never played Final Fantasy
What?
I haven't. I'm sorry. I've never played any of the Final Fantasy games, except some of 13, and I hated it.
I'm gonna Google it now. Protect the hot dog. Save the hot dog.
I put it in for you, Randy.
What the hell?
I don't recall that at all, though.
What? Well, if he got it, that means that the reference has to work.
I mean, clearly, there are way too many coincidences at stake here. It's not possible.
Okay, so the second review was whatever, quote unquote, which probably is something that the main character says.
Oh, okay.
Whose name is not Leon. Kingdom Hearts. Come on.
Oh, I thought his name was
Squall. Yeah.
I thought his name was Hot Dogs. Set to protect them. So,
and the third review is, man makes a pact with a monster to invest billions of gil to start a school that trains child soldiers to kill his wife.
Jesus Christ. That's long-winded. Yeah. I haven't a clue about the hot dogs thing. Like, I even Googled it and I'm still not entirely sure what the fuck it means.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no possible way that was a coincidence.
What do you mean?
That your friend did that thing.
Yeah, no, he did. He yelled out, protect the hot dogs.
There's no way.
What do you want me to say?
What, you want him to, say he psychically knew what I was gonna pick or something?
We were having a barbecue, it's there in the rain, and then
unless your friend just somehow knew this conversation would happen.
Maybe he did.
Oh my god, he is psychic.
He prepared me.
Nate is friends with Raven.
From
That's So Raven. It's the future she can see.
Yeah. That is not the Raven I was thinking.
I know, that's why I had to...
Several Ravens went through my head and none of them were...
I said Raven and then I was like, what if they think I mean Teen Titans Raven? No, I need to reiterate. It's the one from That's So Raven.
There's a wrestler named Raven. I was thinking Vulcan Raven from Metal Gear Solid.
I'm very, very sad for knowing exactly who you meant when you said that. It's like,
no, because I was friends with Raven. Would be friends with Raven Simone because she's sassy and fun.
Sassy. Yes.
Okay, so here's the last review. It's time you have to, bring yourself up, Randy.
Wait, I thought there were 5.
That was 4.
Remember we broke that up. Yeah.
Outlast, Hotline Miami, and Stanley Parable. And now there's the last one.
Wait, there's Hotline Miami, Stanley Parable.
Outlast,
Final Fantasy 8.
Final Fantasy 8.
Oh, okay.
All right, this one. Let's do it. Okay. I have never flapped so hard to any game before.
Flapped?
Yep.
Like F-L-A-P-P-E-D?
Yep. I believe it is a riff on the word fapped. But
that's what I was thinking. Thinking of something with a bird in the title.
You want to get?
I'm trying to think of something with a bird. Like, I'm thinking of this. There's I don't think that game's on Steam yet.
Do you know what? I know what it is.
Do you?
Because I know you, Elle.
What is it, Nathan? Oh, wait, no, it's Randy's turn first. Randy.
Go ahead. Yeah, Randy.
Wait, no, why is it my turn first?
No, it's... Go ahead.
I didn't guess yet. I don't know it anyway, so...
Go ahead, Nathan.
I don't want to say it.
No, you have to, or you won't win.
It's, God, what's it called? Fuck. Hatoful Boyfriend, the Pigeon game?
Yeah!
Wait, that's on Steam?
Fuck off, is it?
Yeah,
Is it? Oh my fucking god.
I didn't know that was on Steam.
It is. I'm so proud of you, Nathan.
Because, here's what happened. I heard flapping.
I also didn't know the name of that game anyway, so I wouldn't...
Here's what happened. I heard flapping, and I was like, okay, flapping. And then you said, I'm trying to think of a bird, and I was like, okay, well, Flappy Bird. No, it's not Flappy Bird. And I was thinking, okay, Elle likes kind of, Eastern Japanese games. It's not a Japanese game, but it's very, anime. And I was like, okay, is it that game? And I was like, I googled the name of it. I was like, Hateful Boyfriend? I was like, oh, no, it's Hatful. So
I could not.
Hatoful Boyfriend is definitely a Japanese game.
Is it? I thought the devs were from the Devolver.
No, the original game is Japanese.
Oh, okay.
It's literally just a dating sim, but the characters are pigeons. That's the whole game. That's it. You just date pigeons, and they don't even look like people unless you have a special setting. Yeah. It's a pigeon. That's all it is. And they have different personalities.
People have said it's actually really good, even though it's they're pigeons, whatever. It's genuinely good.
Just go for it. The other reviews were pros, bird puns galore, no actual bird sex. Cons, bird puns galore, no actual bird sex. 10 out of 10. And 3 was easily the best pigeon dating sim out there.
So this wasn't in my mind for 2 reasons. I didn't know this was on Steam.
I also
had no idea what the name of this game was. I remember you bringing it up a while ago, but I don't recall what the name was. Mm-hmm. So there's one of 2 things that happened here. Either you two conspired against me because we'll have to go to the tape on that Final Fantasy thing.
I knew Randy was gonna, like, if he lost, be like, you guys just cheated.
Sour grapes, Randy, sour grapes.
You are the saltiest man. Like,
it's either that.
I was like, as soon as you said, like, there's no way this was a coincidence, I was like, if Randy loses, he's gonna throw a
salty.
It's either that or I lost, and which sounds more unlikely to you?
You lost. You lost. That's just what happened, Randy. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we'll let people be the judges.
Just admit that you don't know that much about obscure games, which is not a bad thing. It's you can lose once in your life.
Wait, what games did I miss again? Final Fantasy VIII is not obscure.
Yeah, but you also missed that one, and that's even sadder. You missed Hotline Miami.
I didn't miss Hotline Miami.
I guessed it was
just got it in 2 seconds.
I guessed it was 8, and the Final Fantasy. I knew it was Final Fantasy.
No,
you did get Outlast.
You got the number. No,
it's only one review.
I guessed. I said what's
bullcrap.
All right.
Anyway, Nathan wins.
Yes,
with 4 points. And Randy has 2.
I'm the host. I can edit all of this out.
That's true. You could be salty forever, but everyone will know.
Yeah.
It's like in Sin City. You might tell everybody a different story, but you'll always know. You think we're not going to tell people? We will. This day will live in infamy.
The screen just fades to black, and then white writing comes across. Everyone died except Randy. He emerged victorious. The end.
I guess I have to allow this.
They were never seen again.
Yeah.
If this is what has to happen.
The next week, it's just you on the podcast alone. Like.
So Randy gives up his
Nathan isn't coming back, and neither is
So Randy has to give up his coveted Burger King crown to me. I am now the Burger King.
That is true.
How many times have we done this? How many times have...
You can give up one of your crowns. You have 4 Burger King crowns on your head. You can give one.
I've got more than that. We started this back in the other podcast.
Yeah,
days.
so you have no excuse to not give one to Nathan.
Don't worry, Randy. This will make your impending victory next week all the more enjoyable.
All right, so we got to wrap this thing up because I don't want to cry into the microphone.
It's okay. Even Rocky lost, Randy. It's okay. You know.
Thank you to everyone for listening. If you've listened this far, man, you guys are dedicated. Good job.
You guys
you're the winners of this.
Thank you to Adam. We miss you. Hopefully this wasn't a disaster.
It was fun.
This
is my favorite episode. No offense, Adam. It'll be more fun when you're back.
Thank you to Elle for showing up.
Shut the fuck up, Randy. And thank you. Everyone's been so nice.
No, I'm being serious. Thank you for being here.
I thought you meant sarcastically, thanks for showing up, Elle.
Thanks, you stupid whore.
Randy.
Yes.
God.
Oh, I take it back. Thank you, Randy.
And thank you to Nathan for also showing up.
Yes, it was.
And now that I've explained what that means,
you cannot get
it's not offensive anymore. All right. Does anyone have a straight razor? Because I need one. Goodbye.
Everybody hurts.
Randy, it's okay. I love you still. You're the best.
Randy, please.